So from this lecture onwards, let's start building the application. So the very first thing that needs to be done is, let's say if you're building a chat application needs to have multiple rooms. So to display the different rooms which we have, we first of all have to go ahead and create a page which displays a list of rooms. So let's create that particular page. And in order to create that page, we first have to create a view. So let's create our very first view. So I would say def index. This is going to accept a request, and then this needs to return a render, and this render needs to return the request and a template right up over here. So right now we have not created any template. So let's say we want to create a template inside the chat app. So I would say chat app / index.html. We have not created the template yet. So let's create that template now. So inside the chat app, I would create a new folder called as templates. In there again, create a new folder called as chat app. And in there, let's create a new file called as index.html. Okay, once we are done with this, we are now pretty much good to go. So we won't be adding any kind of styling to this as of now. We are going to keep it absolutely simple. We are going to add the styling later, but for now, let's simply add a h1 tag which says list of rooms. Okay. So now once the view is ready, once the template is ready, now let's associate this view with a URL pattern so that the template could be rendered. So this particular app does not have a urls.py file of its own. So let's create a brand new urls.py file in here. So urls.py. And now let's link this urls.py to the main one which we have up over here. So in here, I would import include, and then I would create a path here, and this path is going to point out to a path which is, let's say, something like rooms. So whenever we say site / rooms, this should be redirected to the urls.py file of the chat app. So here I would say I want to include the chat app.urls. Give a comma and we should be good to go. Now the urls.py file of this one is empty, so let's copy all the stuff from here. Go back there, let's paste it up over here. Don't need a couple of imports, but that's okay. Let's remove one pattern from here and let's create a new one. So let's say for the empty one, I now want to attach this thing to the view which is the index view. So in here, I would delete this. First of all, import views. So from dot import the views. And then I would say I want to attach this particular URL pattern to the index view. So views.index, and let's name this URL pattern as index. Okay. So now what technically happens is the path, which is this empty path, gets associated with this view. And the main urls.py is attached to the chat app using this urls.py file right here. So let's test this and let's see if this works. So let's head back to the terminal. The server is up and running. I could now go back to the browser. I could now say / rooms. If I go there, as you can see, we get the list of rooms, which means now the basic app setup is working and the template is being rendered without any issues. So now our next job is to actually go ahead and create multiple chat rooms and display those chat rooms up over here inside this particular web page. So let's do that in the next lecture.